Yes, remember to record it. Right, we'll go in 2 minutes then.
Wait a minute then.
I'll try and keep going. My voice is shot. I've got an egg cold again. I'm actually all right. I can train. I just feel like crap, but it's not affecting me breathing at the moment. But I decided not to do a turbo session this morning. So we'll do the normal 20-minute warm up, and then and as part of that, we'll be priming the legs. So we'll get straight into it. So we'll go in a minute.
Give me a countdown.
What's that?
Give me a countdown to start it.
Yeah.
Just turn
Get my
that
screen back. Steve off doing mopeds again tonight.
No, he's going to work tonight. It's a nasty night.
Bye, Steve. Love you. Oh.
We're on last minute tonight, getting on.
Oh, it's all right. You're here, you're on. It's not like some last minuters that turn up a minute to go and then spend 5 minutes faffing. Right then, do you want to count down, Di?
Yeah, please.
Right. 3, 2, 1, go. Right, so nice and easy. This is sub zone 2 at the moment. So you're going to be about 40, less than half of your FTP. If you're doing FTP, probably zone 2, zone 3. So you at most you're walking. You can easily hold a conversation. Zone 2's sat. I think zone 1's asleep. I can't remember. We don't very often go down to zone 2. So use this first minute at a really low RPE just to wake your legs up. Do a system check. Start with your balls of your feet, ankles, knees, hips. Just check everything's moving smoothly. If it's not, as normal, just put a bit of focus on it. You know, if one of your calves feels a bit tricksy, just over-articulate it. If one of your knees is a bit clunky, just make sure you're going through extra motion on that knee. Cadence wants to be about 80. Nice and easy. Evening, Kathy. We're just starting the warm-up, the first 5-minute ramp. So just jump on when you're ready. Nice and easy to start off with. Right, so just bring your cadence up to about 85 now. You can maybe think about sticking another gear on. It should still be very easy. Should feel like you're feather light on the pedals. Hardly putting any effort in at all. Shouldn't be breathing or blowing. Heart rates probably not got out of zone 1. At best, it's the bottom of zone 2. So if you're my age, that's probably about, oh God, what's zone 1? 100 to 112, I think. Heart rate. Nice and easy anyway. I'm looking at my heart rate. It is actually 112, so I am at the top of zone 1. Right, we're halfway through this first ramp. So just stick another gear on now, but hold it at 85. Just going to make it a little bit harder. If you start going into zone 4 already, take the gear back off again. We're not ready for zone 4 yet. So zone 4 is, you're starting to feel the effort, but you can still hold a conversation with paragraphs easy. So if you've done any of the running things with me, it's when you can talk to your mate next to you and neither of you are having to pause to get a quick breath. Which doesn't always work because most women can actually still hold a perfect conversation at RPE 9. It's evolution. and I'm safe. I'm on the other side of the screen. Right, so just bring your cadence up to 90 now. We'll get about 20 seconds on 90. We'll see how it feels. If it feels like you're still at RPE 3, you're not quite at 4 yet, we'll stick a gear on in 5 seconds. Otherwise, just leave it where it is. This first ramp is really easy. It's not supposed to be hard. It's just to get your legs moving. It's a dynamic warm-up. Right, so you can stick another gear on now if you want. Don't have to. I know. What's wrong with me? So again, it should be nice and easy. At best, this is probably that nice flat bit of road that goes from Maltby down to Old Coates Crossroads.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, that's what it should feel like. You know, that kind of road where you're just tapping it out, no effort at all, and you're banging out 22, 25 mile an hour. Right, in 10 seconds, we're going for the first max effort. So you're going to stick a few gears on, and you're going to go as hard as you can go. 3, 2, 1, off you go. 100 plus on your cadence. If you're bouncing around in the saddle, you need to stick another gear on. 2, 1, and off. So just bring it back down. Bring your legs back down to 90 and put it back on the gears you were on where you left off. We should be at RPE 4 now. So you can still hold a conversation, but you're starting to feel the effects. 3 minutes here now. So we've got a 3-minute ramp. Cadence 90 for this all the way through. We're just going to add gears or add resistance. Got to remember I'm on the stopwatch now.
Sorry, so we're keeping cadence 90 all the way through, did you say?
All the way through this ramp, keep your cadence at 90.
Right.
You're just at the top end of optimum. Right, just step it up a bit now. You're going to be sort of aiming for about 4, 4.5. Not quite 5 yet. We're halfway through this ramp. System check again. Make sure your pedaling's even. So you've got a good drive down, scrape along the bottom, pull up, kick over. So you're pulling up and then kicking a football over the top, scraping mud off your shoes at the bottom. Don't just use your downstroke. Right, just stick another gear on or bring the resistance up a bit more. Want to be aiming for 5 now. So you're starting to get so that you can hold a conversation, but your paragraphs are getting broken up. You have to breathe at the end of every sentence, as I'm doing. So if you're running on power for this one, you want to be aiming at about 70% of your FTP. And by the end of it, 75. Sorry, 70. Stick at 70. Breathe in the next one. Right, 10 seconds. We're going for another max effort. 3, 2, 1, Off you go, 20 seconds. Keep it going. Remember, hover 100 RPM. You want to be about 125% of your FTP as a minimum. This is a max effort. 2, 1, back off again. So pick it up where you left off. Go back to the gears. Same cadence. Holding at 90. 3-minute ramp again. To do a quick check of your RPE, you should be well into 5 now. You can talk in sentences, but nothing more than that. Can't do paragraphs without a break. Another quick system check. Just make sure you've got nice smooth pedaling going on. You're not piston pedaling. Using the upstroke and the kick and the scrape. Get your body locked into it now. It will make life easier later. Right, first gear. Change if you need it now. If you feel you need to push it, we want to be aiming for RP6. So you need to get somewhere between RP5 and 6 now. So if you need to stick another gear on, could be just the effort alone is taking you up there. That's fine. When we get to the next minute marker, you probably will need to stick a gear on. We're going for RPE6, which means your sentences are starting to get a little bit broken. You can talk in a sentence, but you might have to break in the middle. Remember 90. So the cadences for this are really important. Don't go over them. Right, stick another gear on if you need it. So now you are aiming for 75% of your FTP if you're doing it by power. So if you've got an FTP of 200, that'd be 150 you're aiming for. In 20 seconds, we're going again for the last of the maximum efforts. So again, over 100 on your cadence. If you haven't got a cadence meter, just watch my knees. RPE 9, 2, 1, off you go. Sit, spin it up, stick the gears on that you need. It should be hard, it should hurt. Halfway, 10 seconds, keep it going. If you start to bounce around, use your hamstrings to pull you down or add a gear on. 2, 1, and off. Right, 2 minutes recovery. Take all your gears off. RPE 3, 4 again. Really easy, 2 minutes. Get your breath back. So make sure you do go down to 80. Again, my knees will be at 80 in a minute. There we go. That's it, I'm just about on 80. Should be nice and easy again. Feather on the pedals. Not much pressure at all. Use this time to get your breathing down. So a couple of really deep breaths. Clear your lungs. Right, we've got 1 more minute on recovery. Then we're going to do 5 minutes at just below threshold. So you're aiming for about an RPE 7, which means your sentences are definitely going to be broken up. 95% of your FTP, so it's just below threshold. So when you think about threshold, it's what you can sustain for about half an hour. 20 seconds. Quick system check before we go. Get your breathing sorted. Nice deep breath in, clear your lungs. Cadence 95 for this. 3, 2, 1. Right, load it up. So you might have to build your gears up slightly until you feel that you're around about RPE 7. If you've overcooked it and it's too hard and you've gone into 8, take a gear off. If it's too easy, stick a gear on. You'll know by the end of the first minute. So we're here for 5 minutes now. This is where we start to load your legs up. We do 2 hard sessions at threshold. That fills your legs full of lactic acid, minimal recovery. And then we go again for slightly shorter but harder. And then we start the drills. So don't skimp on this or it won't work. So you probably won't be able to get a sentence out now. We're just over a minute into it. Do a quick check. If you think you need to stick a gear on, stick one on. So this is where it pays for your smooth pedaling. We're at quite an aggressive cadence. We're probably at the top end or over most people's natural cadence. And we're pushing it. Two minutes in, quick system check. Am I nice and solid? Arms loose. Shoulders aren't round my ears, they're nice and relaxed. Elbows turned in, slightly bent. Ankles driving and flexing where they need to. Knees in line with your ankles. Lower back, not bowed outwards. Nice and flat, or as flat as you can get it. Remember, these are the system checks you should be doing while you're riding out on the road. Guarantee as soon as you do them, your pace will pick up. Same with your legs. As soon as you go back into quadrant or smooth pedaling, your cadence always goes up. 2 minutes to go. Quick check. Ask yourself, am I at RPE 7? Am I finding this hard? Is my power right? Mine's actually a bit high. You can hear my conversations breaking up. I can't quite get a sentence out. That's RPE 7. Could be well outside your zone 2 heart rate now. I'm in zone 3. Last minute. So for me, because my lactic threshold is quite high for my heart rate. Sorry, my heart rate threshold. My top end of zone 2 is about 142, 144, and I'm at 151 at the moment. So zone 3 takes you up to just under your maximum heart rate. 20 seconds and then we recover. Keep it going, keep it smooth. Should be hard now. You'll be starting to feel your legs burn a bit. Two, one, and off. So just spin it back down again. Take your gears off. Back down to 80. So half your FTP if you're running on power, about RPE 3. So you've got 3 minutes rest here to get your heart rate down. We've just done a hard 5 minutes there. So normally we'd probably give you about 5 minutes recovery. But because we want to keep building this up, we're only doing 3 minutes. So it's not enough time for you to flush your legs. Next set, we're going in 2 minutes and we're aiming for RPE 9. So that's pretty much where you were for the sprints, but we're going to hold it for 3 minutes. But 115. So maybe 1 gear less than what you did for the maximum. But the net result is, once you're a minute in, you want to be so you can't hold a conversation. You're 1-word answers only, and that's generally a swear word. If it's hand gestures only, you've gone too far. Right, so you're halfway through this rest. Quick system check again, make sure you're nice and relaxed. You're nicely free spinning. You've not let your cadence creep up, mine's creeped up. So I hope nobody was watching my knees. I'll get it back down to 80 again. Makes a massive difference with these. If you don't hit the cadence levels, the thing doesn't work. I think most of you know that because you've seen the effects of what we've done in the previous weeks with low cadence work and what that does to your heart rate, and the high cadence sort of on-offs that we were doing, what that did to your heart rate and your recovery. Completely different systems you're working in your body, whether you're working your slow and your fast twitch muscles. Right, 10 seconds. We're going on. We're going up to 9, 115. Sorry, 115 FTP, 95 RPM. 2, 1, up you go. So you're aiming for 95. Sorry, I read that wrong. So it's 95 again. 115 FTP, die.
Okay. 95 cadence.
And your cadence is 95, yeah. If it makes it easier, go for 120. And then it doesn't matter if you drop below then. So we're just here for 3 minutes. Right. Right, so we're just coming up to the first minute mark. Do a system check. You should be close to RPE 9 now. If you're not, chuck another gear on. You should be clinging on for the last 2 minutes. It should really be burning. I don't expect any answers. You all right, Di?
Yeah.
You all right, Phil? You all right, Justine? Kathy? I'm not going to catch anybody out, am I? Halfway through. Keep it going. That's what I like to hear. I can hear some grunting noises. Don't lose your form. Keep your pedaling smooth. You'll find it easier. Last minute. Easy peasy. Come on, you've got this. Good form. Nice and solid. If your hips are rocking, pull your belly button in. Tighten your abs up. Nice and smooth on those pedals. That's it. I don't want to see pain faces though, that waste energy. Nice relaxed jaw. 30 seconds, come on. Nearly there. Three, two, one. Dial back. Take it down to 80 again. Knock the gears off. You've got 1 minute recovery.
Why? I want more.
That's good. That's where you need to be. That means your legs are loaded. So remember now, in 30 seconds, we're going to start the 10 reps. 60 seconds on, 60 seconds off. Right? The off, try to get it so you don't take any gears off. Just spin it down to 80. Or at max, take 1 gear off. Going in 15.
What cadence?
Cadence 95. FTP 110. RPE 9. So what you've just been riding at. 3, 2, 1, go. Take it up to 95. Stick the gears on. So basically back on what you've just done. "30 seconds, keep it going." Nice and easy on the pedals again. Nice smooth rhythm. No bouncing around. Relax those shoulders, unclench your jaw. Uncross your eyes. 10 seconds. Three, two, one. Right, spin it down to 80, but keep the pressure on. So at max, take 1 gear off. Make sure you do get down to 80 as quick as possible. Right, clear your lungs out, big deep breath. This is all about getting your heart rate down, not about flushing your legs. So it's all about heart rate control. Going again in 30 seconds. You get to the point where you can't make the minute, just take a gear off. But next time round, still go to that first gear and just knock it off a bit early. 10 seconds and we're going again. Got to keep the pressure on. I think Zwift call this one relentless. Right, off we go. Up, 95. This one won't feel as bad. Your body knows what's coming now. If you need to watch, I'm on 95 with my knees. That's 2 done. Sorry, 1 done. We're in the second one. "20 seconds to go. "10 seconds. Keep it going nice and smooth. Lock that core in. Hello. 2, 1, off. Spin it back down. So back down to 80. Right, so if you've just joined, just warm your legs up quickly for the next minute. And then when I say, just join in with what we're doing. You've missed the first bit. This one starts at 6. "20 seconds to go and we're back on. But with some slightly faster. Right, 5 seconds, start to get yourself ready. Number 3 coming up. 2, 1, off you go. Take it up to 95. Hold it there. Quick system check. Is me pedaling smooth? Am I nice and locked on the bike? Everybody's looking good, nice and solid. Well done. Keep it going. 15 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Wind it back down to 80 RPM.
Oh God, why is nothing simple? Turn big lights off.
Big light.
That's it, 30 seconds to go. Couple of deep breaths, clear your lungs out. Right, so in 20 seconds, we're going to spin up again. So if you just joined, we're going to spin your legs up at a hard effort to 95. 10 seconds. We're going for a minute. 3, 2, 1. Spin them up. So you're aiming for 95 RPM. It should be hard. So you just about can't make the minute. If you haven't got a cadence sensor, watch my knees. Halfway through, keep it going. Should definitely not be able to talk now. That's it, just check your pedaling's nice and smooth. Arms relaxed. 15 seconds. Come on, nearly there. Three, 2, 1. Wind it down. That's number 4, isn't it, Di?
Yeah.
Well done. Get your rest, recover, but not too easy. So if you've just joined, the recovery is a hard recovery. So when you're in recovery, you should still be pushing. You should be out of breath while you're recovering. 30 seconds to go. Just check your RPE. Your cadence is down at 80 for recovery though. Deep breath in. Breathe out. Going in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Load it up again. Back up to 95. This should be hurting now. We're into number 5. Any recovery you made's gone out the window after the first 15 seconds. Dig deep. So we're probably at about that magic 60% now. Your head's going, I've had enough of this. I'm going to sack it off and get a beer. Stick with it. Again, watch my knees if you need a cadence guide. Last 15, come on, you've got this.
Oh.
3, 2, 1, down we go. Spin it down to 80, but keep the pressure on. Remember, ideally, no gears off for your rest, because you're just cadencing down, or max 1 gear off. Justina, because it's your first week, you can do 1 gear or 2 gears. I know, thank me later. That's 5 done. 20 seconds to go. Deep breath in. Breathe out. Make sure your out breath is twice as long as your in breath. Three, 2, 1. Up we go again. I know it's relentless. You're over halfway now, though. It's all downhill from here. Remember, aiming for 95. My legs are roughly on 95. You should be RPE 9. So 1 word conversation at best. You should be properly blowing out your bottom. "15 seconds, that went quick. Three, 2, 1. Just dial it back down to 80. Well done. 6 done. 4 to go. Easy. Three-fifths of the way through if you like chunking it. Remember, get that cadence down to 80 as quickly as possible. Deep breaths in and out. Quick in, slow out. 2 or 3 of them just to clear your lungs. Ten seconds and we're off. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Back on the roller coaster. Get it up to 95 as quickly as possible and lock it in. Smooth pedaling straight away. You'll find it easier. We're training all your muscles to do this, not just your quads and your glutes. You want your hamstrings and calves in this game as well. It's looking a bit moist under my turbo. I use the M word and nobody can complain about it. 10 seconds to go.
Stop making me laugh.
3, 2, 1. Wind it down. Nearly fell out the window then. Right, that's 7 by my reckoning. Official counter. Yeah, just hold your fingers up. That's spot on. That's exactly how you should sound at the end of this. That minute should be pain. Your body should be crying halfway through it.
It is.
Good.
Yeah.
20 seconds. We're on against number 8. Nearly there now.
God.
Yes, my child. My job is just to make you all laugh now. And go. Off you go. Sorry, I got distracted. I had a towel in my eye. We did hit it on time, though. Up to 95 again. Hard, hard, hard. You're running on vapors now. Well, you think you are, you're not. You're a lot stronger and resilient than you realise. Keep it going. This is where your stoicism kicks in. This is what separates you from them that got eaten by the lions in week 3. Ten seconds, keep it going. 3, 2, 1, wind it back. 2 more to go. That's it, just 2 more. Easy peasy. Bring your legs down quickly. Get your heart rate down as quick as you can. Nice controlled circular breathing. Tuck in a couple of lung emptiers. If you've done any heart rate meditation work, now's the time to use it. Think your heart rate down. It's all that matters, just get that heart rate down. Ten seconds. We're off again for the penultimate one. That sounds good, doesn't it? 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Come on, this is the fun bit. Are we there yet, Dad?
No. Come on the horizon.
I think you need to stick another gear on.
I do too. I'm too happy.
And you and all, you're having a conversation. 30 seconds. Come on, keep it going. This is hurting now. You want to have a little cry? That's fine. 20 seconds. Don't be tempted to overspin. It won't work. 10 seconds to go. My watch has just told me to move. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Down to 80 again. Keep the pressure on though. I think my watch is just an attention seeker. Last one. But that sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm not here next week, so you've just got this to do for homework.
Oh,
20 seconds. It's going to be the best 20 seconds ever. Ten seconds to go. You don't need to do anything extra. Just keep doing what you're doing. 2, 1, up we go. Last round. Get that nice and smooth. Locking your cadence, smooth pedaling. Relax back, relax shoulders. So bring your shoulders down from around your ears. Turn that frown upside down. Nice loose jaw. I know some of you that's not normally a problem.
hey!
So don't go above 95, hold it at 95. Remember your FTP is somewhere around 110, 115. Sorry, your power's there. You'd have to. 3, 2, 1, and wind it back. Still going for recovery though. This is hard. Another minute hard. This is all part of it. So this last recovery is going to feel awful. You just want to take the gears off, but you're not going to. Keep it going, 30 seconds. Make sure you're down at 80. Your legs should be screaming because this doesn't recover your legs, it only recovers your heart rate, remember. 10 seconds. 2, 1, and off we go. So just pick your cadence up a bit to 85, but take a gear off. So we're just going to glide you back down again now. We'll let your body strip out what's left of all that rubbish out your legs, but it's going to do it in a controlled way. With some of these high intensity ones, especially the low cadence ones and some of the others, you've got to train your legs back down. So you'll notice on some of the others, we actually put more gears on, pick up the cadence and then bring it down. This one, all we need to do is just start, pick up the cadence and then just ride it down a bit. Couple of deep breaths. And another one. Really clear your lungs out. Just go into some nice regular circular breathing now. So again, it still wants to be, your in breath is half as long as your out breath. But if you work the other way around, your out breath is twice as long as your in breath. So if you count to 3 or 4 in, it's 6 or 8 out. It's the fastest way to get your heart rate down. It's a Marine's breathing trick, apparently. Quick system check on your legs, see how your legs are feeling. Are they talking to you yet?
I'm not talking to you yet.
I'm sure you'll remedy that. Right, just take a gear off, but keep it at 85. So we're just at a slightly higher cadence because it just helps you the actual pulsing of the muscle actually helps clear out the acid. So I don't want you cramping up tonight. Because I got in bed last week. I went to roll over and both legs just locked solid. So I'm taking a little bit more care over the cool down this week. It didn't help I'd done a turbo session in the morning as well, to be honest. Right, just drop your cadence now, bring it back down to 80. Leave the gear on though. Should be fairly easy. It should be well into RPE 4 now. Easy to hold a conversation. Your legs should start to feel they belong to you. And they've stopped looking like Jenny trying to do leg exercises. You need to come to core on Monday to appreciate that one.
Yes.
So spaghetti legs, Jenny. So just make sure you are on 80. Nice smooth pedaling now. How are we doing for time? Right, just knock another gear off. You should definitely be on your little ring now. If you're not, stick it on your little ring. There should be very little effort going through your legs now. We're just going through the motions, literally just to keep your legs pumping, just to flush them out now. So your heart rate should start to drop really quickly. Mine's really started to drop away now. I'm back well in the bottom half of zone 2. So ideally, when you're doing your cool down at the end of your exercises, you want to be, especially if you've done a hard one, you need to be at minimum sort of mid zone 2, or ideally if you can get it into zone 1. It just depends how quickly your heart rate recovers. It's always a good indication of your fitness, as a general indication how quickly your heart rate recovers. The true measure of fitness is how quickly it can vary the time between the beats and how fast it can vary that. And that's what your HRV score is on your watch, for everybody that's got a Garmin that's just had that added to it.
It'd help if I could understand it.
It does actually give you a good explanation on the app if you go into it.
Yeah.
But it was something we used years and years ago. There used to be a machine in Headingthorpe Leisure Centre. And after we'd been playing squash, you went and put your 20p in, you could go and put your hands on it. It actually measured your HRV, and it would tell you percentage fitness. But I think it's become a lot more widely used now. So most of the Olympic teams use it as an indicator of how fit somebody is, whether they've done too much training, whether they need to rest, or even if it's the early indicator of whether you're coming down with a virus or some other illness. So it's quite a useful tool, actually. And it's one of the reasons why I generally don't like training to a heart rate in these kind of sessions, because if you are coming down with something and trying to hit a heart rate, your heart rate will get there quicker, or you might struggle to get it there at all without making you sound proper poorly. It's good for running. So when you're doing your longer endurance rides, running and riding to heart rate's really good, because you have the ability to control it. But these short pitch things, some people find it very hard to get the heart rates up. Some people find it very hard to get the heart rates to recover. So they just end up either full on or full off all the time. I know we used to do it like that in the early days of the turbo sessions about 6 or 7 years ago. And then you got Mick Pepper, who never gets out of zone 2. No matter what you do to him. I nearly killed myself one night because I'd synced my my Garmin to his heart rate monitor by accident. I'm going like, absolutely, till I'm blue in the face trying to get my heart rate up. And I looked across and it was exactly the same as Mick's. And then it dawned on me I'd sync to his instead of mine. Don't ever do that. Right, just wind it down now. Start bringing your legs to a halt. That's it. Just take it up on one leg. So if you're not clipped in with this, just be careful so your foot doesn't slide out and you go wacky sending the shins with the pedal. Because trust me, that being a BMX rider, that hurts. So just stretch out that calf, drop that heel down. Use your breathing. So remember, as you breathe in, you're under tension. Breathe out, release the tension. Just let yourself sink into it. If you are a runner with these, just take it easy. I know I always say this every week, but I'll remind you anyway. So if you've got a bit of a tight Achilles, you'll feel it as you start to stretch it. It'll feel like you're breaking crystals off your tendon. I don't know if that's actually what's happening. That's just how it feels. I describe it as feeling a bit crunchy. So just ease yourself into it. Right, just roll it over to the other leg. Same again. This is my dodgy one. But I did some yoga at dinner time, so it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, we're all right. So nice and relaxed again. Deep breath in. Breathe out. Just sink into the stretch.
We must have worked a bit harder today. 33 hours, 32 hours last week recovery. 33 this week.
Oh, that's not bad actually, because what happens is I don't need to alter this much because every week you get slightly better at it and you push yourself harder to the same limits, which is why RPE is brilliant, because you're just running to what your body can do. So even if you're having an off week and you're a bit fatigued, you're still taking yourself to that threshold limit. That's it. Just spin your legs backwards a couple of times. Just to unlock them. They've been going in forward mode for a while. Right, kick off the bike. Take your shoes off. I'll turn the fan off, so it doesn't end up sounding like I've got the police helicopter trying to land on me, looking for Steve with his moped. Right, what are we going to do? Let's open them hips up first. Right, let's get your quads stretched out and your glutes stretched out. So knees together. Keep it fairly standard. How much time we've got left? I can't see. Oh, we've got about 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
4 minutes, right. So knees together as normal. Push your hips forwards. Make sure they're in a straight line. Doesn't work if your knees aren't together. You should feel it straight down your quad at the front. If you want to let go of the bike, let go of the bike. Let your proprioception kick in once you're comfortable. Nice and relaxed as well. So chin up, shoulders back, chest out. As they used to say on It Ain't Our Fault, Mum. Right, so don't let your foot down. We're going to open your hips up. So just tuck your foot into the top of your leg and push your knee out to the side. So we've just had a tough session on the bike. Cyclists, you've got to do this. Either this or dead pigeon pose or normal pigeon pose.
What's dead pigeon pose?
Dead pigeon pose is the one where you lie on your back with your, like that. Lie on your back, put your hands through and pull put your on your back. Yeah. Yeah, like a dead pigeon. And then there's another one that Teresa does, which is the stood up one. I think that's one-legged pigeon or something, where you do it on one leg. I don't like that because if you've got any tendonitis in your patella, it's not particularly good. I can't do it because they cut a piece out of my patella tendon to make my ACL, so I'm really weak on one leg. So I have to lie on the floor with all the dogger and do a dead pigeon. Normal pigeon's good if you know where you do it from a plank and then just bring your foot up to the opposite hand and your knee to the same side and then just push down. And if you can get yourself laid down over the top of that, it's really good for opening your hips up. It's possibly the best one, but most people struggle with it.
Not good
If I
for
get some time, I'll show you how to set it up because it's actually quite easy to do if you set it up. Right, I'll just run around the other side of the bike. So same again, pick that knee up. I might do it next Monday. We'll do a pigeon pose. I think we did it as one of the exercises, didn't we?
We do it
actually
on,
did. Yeah.
but my knee won't do it at the minute.
You'd be surprised, actually.
No,
It's not as aggressive as you think.
my good knee will do it, not the bad one.
All right, so just tuck that one in, push that knee out. You can go full tree if you want. I can't do tree with both hands because my foot feels like it's ripping the skin on the inside of my leg. Just make sure you're pushing your knee out to one side. That's it. Right, round the other side again. So we'll just stretch off your hamstrings. We'll do your IT band at the same time. So cross your legs, back leg straight, weight on your back leg. Don't close your eyes and just lower yourself down. Try and keep your back as straight as possible. Use your legs for support. If you are comfortable, you can reach down to your toes. Don't close your eyes. As I said, you'll fall over. Deep breath in. Just release the tension. See if you can go a little bit further. You should start to feel it pulling around the back of your standing leg backside. That's your IT band. So if you've got any sciatica problems, lower back problems, it all starts with your hamstring and your IT band. Because your IT band crosses across on your lower back to your opposite side. And it's that muscle there that crosses, that twinges and traps the nerve. So deep breath in, lock your core, lift yourself up. I've stopped doing the roll up now because I read somewhere you're not supposed to roll up a vertebrae at a time like we used to tell everybody. You're supposed to lock your abdomen and bring yourself up with a straight back now. Right, same again, straight back leg, down again. Deep breath in. Breathe out, just lower yourself down. You'll have one side that's worse than the other. If you have, work that one a bit more as part of your homework. Breathe out, just relax again so you can get a little bit more. Breathe in, lock your core, just straight back up. You can soft bend your knees as you're coming up. Just shake your legs out. Hands on your shoulders, just roll your shoulders forwards. We'll not do the full arm swings because I don't want to take the light fitting out. So just make sure you bring your elbows right the way round to the front and as far out the back as you can get them. Open that chest up, really loosen them shoulders off, especially if you've been clinging onto your bars and you've had your shoulders up by your ears. Right, back the other way, same again. Really loosen them shoulders off. Right, here's one we don't do often, which we should do. So put your arm out in front with your palm up, grab hold of your fingers, just bend your fingers back. Just free off them lower arms and your wrists. It's another cyclist one that we never do. Same on the other side. So it's like you're doing the locomotion. Now I'm showing my age. Right, put your hands. No, we'll not do that. Right, that's it. Just shake your arms off. Well done. Right, so don't forget, I'm not doing it next week, so I've got a funeral to go to, and then the week after we'll have a new session. So if you want the session planned for next week to do it as homework, let me know, and I'll post it up on the Facebook page.
Yeah, post it, Mark.
Yeah. Of course, I want to see videos to make sure you did it.
Okay.
Right. And then the week after, I think we'll start the spring cleaner.
Yeah.
So it's that one we did last year as a run up to spring. I think it's all right, that one. It's a good general one. It's good for fitness. It's a good all-rounder. It'll get you back out on the bike again if you're not already out. Right. Thanks for coming. See you next week.
See you later.
Bye.
Thank you. See you later.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.